Well, the holiday is behind us, and now here we are, the start of a shortened week, I guess, in that respect. Dan and Mike back in studio here today. Good to see you all. Thank you for seeing us.
In fact, May is almost behind us.
One more day.
Yeah.
And then it's June, and I've been practicing, getting ready for our big showdown with the German Village Nine. The Adina Worthingtons will be playing this Saturday, so that has been interesting and trying to get in shape. So
That's the interesting part.
I've been
getting in
training.
shape.
Yes. Because yesterday I broke a window.
Oh.
Didn't plan on doing it, and I broke this window on one pitch. And
Sounded like you were trying to. One try.
but this was after 60 pitches. So I'm okay unless you're a left-handed batter. Chances are you're going to get pegged. Yeah. But it took me 2.5 hours to clean up all the glass.
Ooh.
It wasn't like the big shards just fell. It just shattered.
And this was in your house?
No. It was a window that I shouldn't have been using as a backstop. I thought it was a vinyl window and plastic. I come to find out
it was glass. Yeah.
It was double-sided as well. So I hit the front window. Nothing happened, but the back half shattered.
Is this the first for you?
This was a first for me.
Because I think I broke 3 or 4 at Mom and Dad's house when I was a kid, so
well,
I'm still ahead of you.
I didn't have to face the music from Dad, but I did have to face my own music if I got to clean all this up.
There you go.
So, all right, that's how part of my weekend went, and we're going to find out about how the weekend went for some of the folks. But this week, summer is here already.
Yeah, it's
so
coming.
we had the unofficial kickoff to summer. Well, the weather's here.
Yeah, in fact, while we will see some mostly sunny skies during the afternoon, clouds will start moving in late this afternoon, and there is a chance of a shower or thunderstorm throughout the evening tonight into the early overnight hours tomorrow. Today's high of 84, sunny and 85 tomorrow, but later in the week, they're talking about temperatures, as you can see there, in the low 90s.
Yeah, which again is why I was out yesterday. So I thought it was hot enough. I'll get some work in and prepare myself for how hot it's going to be Saturday.
Right.
Because we're playing at 2 o'clock. Can we move it to a 10 o'clock start? That'd be nice up at Schiller Park in Columbus. All right, coming up in just a moment, news of the day. We'll also get you caught up to date on sports and a revolutionary moment, this being Tuesday, all just ahead. But first, we want to tell you about Scioto Valley Dumpsters. Happen to see they have an advertisement on that big giant scroller out by Advanced Auto Parts on North Bridge Street, and it said, ask us about our demolition services.
Wow.
So not only do they help you with whatever it is that you're throwing out to put into their dumpsters, but they also will do some demolition. I saw some of this on their Facebook page as well. So when you click on this ad, anywhere you see it at littermedia.com, it will take you right to their Facebook page where they keep that up to date and they reach out to the community. So if you want to find out more, and you just want to talk to them, give them a call, 740-253-8389 for Scioto Valley Dumpsters. News is next.
It's time to get serious about your lawn. It's time to step up to the best mower brand money can buy. For nearly 4 decades, Skag has been the easy choice for lawn care professionals. Don't settle for anything less than simply the best when it comes to mowing your lawn. There's sure to be a Skag model that's perfect for your yard, big or small. Make your lawn the envy of the neighborhood. Visit your local Skag dealer today. Skag, simply the best.
This is Big Chillicothe. Horizon's 100% fiber internet service is coming to your area. Call 740-772-8331 or visit horizonconnects.com/Chillicothe to sign up today.
So what is making news for us today on littermedia.com? Mike Smith you had a guest.
Yes, just about an hour ago, Teresa Reap of the Nathaniel Massey chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution.
You okay? You want to
I did
start
not
that
have
again?
anything illegal to drink. Yeah, was our special edition guest this morning talking about the Summer Liberty Camp, which is at First Presbyterian Church in Chillicothe. That runs July the 31st through August 4th. About 40 kids is all they're taking, but they have just a few spots left. You can go to Liberty Camp's website through the DAR to get more information. Feast of the Flowering Moon concluded Sunday, but in case you missed it, the Queen's Court includes Carly Lake of Chillicothe. First attendant, or was Carly the first attendant?
Carly is the first attendant. Second attendant is Leah Parker. Third attendant was Ava Lowry. And the fourth attendant, Sydney Bush. But there you see the gal in the middle. That is Emma Massey, crowned as the 2023 Miss Feast of the Flowering Moon.
Congratulations to all of those young ladies, and their job's not done yet.
No, theirs is just beginning. And in fact, if you want to hear what these three girls had to say, I've got that on our YouTube channel. Also, we did a walk through the parade, and the parade, in some respects, has kind of become a Queen's parade. And there were a number of girls that I hadn't seen for a long time that I have hosted their pageants, and they were riding in the cars. It's funny, I'm walking through with the camera. Hey, Dan, how you doing? I'm like, oh, hi, Michaela, how are you? So, yeah.
I stopped in Saturday evening because I wanted to hear a friend of mine speak at an event in the park, and I had an opportunity as I went by the bandstand to talk to one of the Native Americans that was involved in the dancing. And I said, so this is the 40th year. How many years have you been here? And he said, this is my first. And I said, so where do you hail from? And he said, Canada. And he was talking about their tribe. He said it's comparable in language to what the Shawnee spoke. But when he said Tecumseh, he said it as if I don't know a whole lot about him. So I'm thinking, you want to get me started here? But it was nice catching up with him.
Come back in a couple of weeks.
That's
we'll
right.
have Tecumseh up and running. You can see for yourself.
Also in the news today, the city of Chillicothe recently received grant funding for the installation of a new sidewalk along Buckeye Street. Engineering department with the city has finished the design, which will include a new sidewalk, curb, and gutter for storm water and ADA accessible ramps. Now, what's coming up is a meeting for the public at the Outdoor Shelter House at the Chillicothe Ross Public Library North Side Branch. That's on Buckeye Street. The meeting will be tomorrow, Wednesday, from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m., and again, that is open to the public.
This is a little off topic, but I was on North Bridge Street this morning, and out in front of the hotels there and Roosters, they had a survey crew. So ODOT has got those fellows out there working right now to make plans for the expansion, which will take place in 2025?
I believe that's right, yeah. But a lot of things they got to get done now to prepare down the road. Tomorrow also is the opening day for the annual Deer Creek Dam Days Festival in Williamsport, Ohio. The event runs tomorrow through June the 3rd, and we have a full schedule of activities and entertainment each day. Activities kick off at 3 p.m. tomorrow with the prejudging for the Queen pageant. Now, that schedule is also in our website story at littermedia.com, so you can get the full details of everything. You said you saw their float?
I did.
At the parade over the weekend?
The Queen and her court were in the Feast of the Flowering Moon parade, and it is a boat. It was truly a float that floats.
Yeah.
And you can see that on I've got the parade video up on our YouTube channel. You can check that out.
All righty. And in fact, we were in Williamsport yesterday, just kind of scouting around, and
whatever floats your boat, Mike.
We were decorating graves, and we made a trip through Williamsport. So we can say we were there, just not during the festival. The community cupboards of Pickaway County need your help. They're having a non-perishable food collection to provide food for those in need in Pickaway County, along with accepting donations that will be used to purchase food. Now, Community Cupboards volunteers will be at the Pumpkin Show Park on North Court Street in Circleville this Friday from 5 p.m. until 8 p.m., collecting donations. Community Cupboards tying in with the first Friday Jammin' June celebration It's sponsored by Uptown Circleville with promotional support from the Pickaway County Visitors Bureau. So they're coming together to try to help the needy of Pickaway County. The 2023 Festival of the Bells in Hillsboro, Ohio, has announced their entertainment schedule for the July 6th through 8th event. Contemporary Christian artist Micah Tyler will open the festival on the 6th of July. Country artist Thomas Mack will be the headliner July 7th, with July 8th featuring Bryce Leatherwood, who was a winner on The Voice national TV show. All of the shows are free to the public in the Hillsboro downtown green space. So they've kind of moved the location around a few times. Used to be right there in the downtown for years. They moved it out at the college. Now they're in the green space area of the downtown. Ohio Department of Transportation District 5 is hosting a virtual public open house from June the 16th through July the 16th to present project information. ODOT is proposing an improvement project at the intersection of State Route 158 and Coon Path Road in Greenfield Township of Fairfield County. The proposed project will construct a single-lane roundabout and associated roadway approach work. Construction is estimated to begin in April of 2025. And the Lancaster City Planning Department is pursuing the adoption of an area plan for Cedar Hill Road and adjoining neighborhoods. They are inviting the public's input through an online survey found on this QR code. It's on surveymonkey.com. Cedar Hill Road is how you find it. But if you just hold your smartphone up to that QR code, it'll take you right to the survey. And the city of Lancaster is asking for everyone to assist them in this planning effort by participating in the survey. Now, the ODOT road report for today says, in Pike County, work is underway for a slide repair project on Watson Road between Mutton Run Road and the Ross County line. Now, Watson Road will be closed on June the 5th for 5 days for installation of 2 culverts. During that closure, traffic will be detoured via State Route 335, Higbee Road, and Old US 35. So that's a 5-day project beginning on June 5.
I always like the names of roads that we have in this area. Mutton Road.
Yeah, Mutton Run.
Mutton Run Road. So not only is it Mutton, but it's Mutton Run Road.
PP Creek.
There is PP Creek.
Which is also a township.
There is a road in Pike County that is actually called No Name Road.
How appropriate, yeah. Yeah. And of course, the legendary Knock'em Stiff.
Yes.
Village, yeah.
Yes. Which if you blink, you go through it, you don't realize where you were. All right, coming up in a moment to look at sports. Big day for Superman.
Yes, sir.
So happy for Cole Miller. We'll share details for you here in just a bit. Also coming up, we'll take a look at revolutionary moments as we talk about the birth of America.
Yes, sir.
Or at least something happened leading to the birth of America. Accurate heating, cooling, plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. They were instrumental in bringing Jason Crabb here just a couple of weeks ago to downtown Chillicothe for the gospel event that was taking place in the Majestic Theater. But they do more than that. They have a lot of things that can help you in your house, too. Heating, cooling, plumbing, give them a call. Your trusted comfort advisor. Accurate heating, cooling, and plumbing. Sports next.
Budweiser beer, the king is second to none.
Who drinks Budweiser? You know the type. The people who grind. Those who don't back down. And the ones who don't quit. They say all people are 6 degrees of separation away from each other. But some are just a 6-pack away. The people who share the same spirit, share the same beer. This Bud's for you.
Whenever I first applied for the ArchWiz opportunity, oh, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
At Rathkamp Financial, we act as your advocate in all wealth matters. We believe in long-term relationships and working to earn your continued trust with our customized investment solutions. Our greatest satisfaction comes from working with clients for many years and helping them realize their dreams.
Time to talk sports with Mr. Sports, Mike Smith.
Well, we found out Friday that Superman wears black and gold. His name is Cole Miller. What an effort in the Division III regional finals. Cole was headed to the state track meet again this year, but this time in 4 events. He won 3 regional championships, the 100, 200, and the long jump, set a record for the region in the long jump, and he placed 4th in the hurdles. Wow. Good job. And that pretty much carried the Bearcats to a 3rd-place team finish in the regionals. Now, other track and field over the weekend, 24 area athletes qualified for the state meet in Saturday's D2 regionals with the few as regional champs. Fairfield Union girls, by the way, were the team runner-up. A lot of softball and baseball was also being played over the weekend. Of course, Wheelersburg, the defending state champions for softball, they advanced on Friday. You can see them beat Southwestern 13-0. We'll have more on their next opponent here in a moment. Season came to a close for Notre Dame softball. They lost to perennial powerhouse Strasburg Franklin, and the Wheelersburg boys baseball. They move on to the regionals with a district championship win over Ironton by a score of 9-3. Now here's what the lineup is for this coming week. Now remember, softball is at the state tournament level where baseball is a week behind. So Wheelersburg will take on Canfield South Range 12:30 Thursday in the state semifinals at Akron's Firestone Stadium. Now if you were up there with the Lady Pirates last year, you'll see something different, and that's artificial surface on the diamond at Firestone Park. Baseball, Bloom Carroll will be taking on Washington Courthouse. Now, this is where it gets a little muddy with the locations of some of these games on the same day. The D3 semi, one of them is at Wheelersburg-Lucasville Valley. That's at VA Memorial Stadium at 11 a.m. Paints open at home that night?
Yes.
So that's the reason for the earlier start. That's not a misprint. Now, the other D3 semi, that's at Ohio Dominican, but it's at 5 o'clock. So that's actually the second game that will be played at Dominican that day. It's just after the D2 semifinal. And in D4 at Lancaster Beavers Field, unlike all the other sites, the same division playing at the same site in their semis, Southwestern, Berlin Highland. Berlin, by the way, is ranked number 1 in the state. That's the 2 o'clock game, and the number 2 ranked team, White Oak, takes on Seneca East at 5.
I was just looking at this and why I hesitated when you asked if the paints open that day. I thought to myself, well, how often have we seen 2 teams from the same school playing at close to the same time? Mm-hmm. And I wondered if they would move one of those just because of that.
Yeah, but there's only one D3 regional at VA that day.
Yeah.
And as you can see, they're playing only an hour and a half ahead of the softball team, which is in Akron. There's no way you're going to get there anyway, so
right.
You're going to have to watch it or listen to it on the radio, or we'll keep you up to date best we can with our Twitter. The news not so good for the Lady Shermans of Unioto. They battled, but they were on the short end of the stick, losing 6-4 to Steubenville. Steubenville jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Unioto scored 4 runs to take the lead. Actually, they scored 1 run, I think, in the third. 3 runs in the top of the 5th to take a 4-2 lead, and then in the bottom of the 5th, Steubenville scored 3 runs to get back into the lead and added an insurance run. But all the same, a great season In fact, a history-making season for Unioto softball, first time they've ever been in a regional championship game.
missed your updates on this game.
Yeah, we had them on Litter Twitter.
I completely missed it. And
you must have been mowing the yard.
Do you know who told me?
Who?
What happened to the Unioto Shermans?
Who did what?
Sheriff George Lavender.
Hey, there you go.
Because we were lining up for the parade, and he was standing there talking with Chief Myers, and he said, they've got the Unioto girls coming home soon. I'm like, oh, I forgot all about them playing. How'd they do? They didn't win, he said. So they had to get through the parade so they could get back to welcome Unioto home.
Yeah, so that's always a tough ride home, but still something to be very proud of, to be one of the last 8 teams in your division.
Indeed.
In the state. On the major league scene, the Guardians beat the O's 5-0. They're back at it again tonight. And the Redlegs were off last night. They will be in Boston tonight after a 3-game sweep in Chicago against the Cubbies. Sorry, John Welch. Big Cub fan.
I was talking with Dan Jr. over the weekend, and he said, this is one of the 2 iconic parks I want to go to, Wrigley Field and then Fenway Park.
Right.
And they've got them back-to-back here with the Reds.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 of the oldest stadiums, I think the 2 oldest now, because Yankee Stadium is now not the old Yankee Stadium anymore. So
yeah. All right, coming up here shortly, our revolutionary moment that we'll share with you from the Daughters of the American Revolution.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
All right, so that's coming up here in just a moment. Also coming up, we will have a radio moment that we'll share with you. What is that radio moment? Mike will let us know here.
Or you will,
when we're done, because we haven't really talked about it, have we? All right, so that's just ahead. Stick with us. Dan and Mike on Litter Media Live. For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
You haven't had vodka soda like this. No one has. Made with the world's smoothest vodka plus real juice. New White Claw Vodka Soda.
Hi, I'm Dave Pinkerton with Advanced Services Heating and Cooling, your local heating and cooling expert. If you want quality service, quality installation, give Advanced Services a call, 740-773-4499.
We were talking about the VA Memorial Stadium just a while ago. The paints open on the road, and that will be tomorrow night. Mm-hmm. It's hard to believe the season is here already. And next thing you know, it'll be August, and the season will be done.
Right.
So if you want to see the paints in action, they open the season on the road over in Springfield tomorrow night, but they will be here in Chillicothe Thursday evening.
Very good, sir.
All right, our revolutionary moment.
Yeah, and I think off the air, Teresa was explaining the 250th anniversary is still 2 years away to start, but they want that 2-year run-up to get people ready for that big 250-year anniversary. It's one of the most decisive American battles of the Revolutionary War. Saratoga, which was fought in September and October of 1777, ended British General John Burgoyne's attempt to control the Hudson River Valley. The outcome convinced the court of King Louis XVI that the Americans could hold their own against the British Army, sealing the alliance between America and France. American General Benedict Arnold was hailed as a hero for this particular battle. Later, his reputation would be, and as he's actually going to be eventually referred to as a traitor, and his defection to the Royalists.
In my defense, that was Mike in the sound effect, not me.
That was to tell you what people thought of Benedict Arnold later on. Estimated casualties in this Battle of Saratoga, 1,465, of which 1,135 were British. So to say we kicked their tail is a pretty good description. The Battle of Saratoga was the first great American victory of the war and widely believed to have been the turning point that led America to triumph eventually over Britain in 1781.
You just gave me a radio moment.
Okay, super.
You mentioned the words of kicked their tail. Bill Dennis, post-game conversations with his team. This was back, Bill was coaching the Cavaliers from 1995 to 2005, I believe, thereabouts. And there was a moment in time in which he would rally the troops afterwards. I'm proud of you. I love you. So-and-so, you did a great job. You're the number of whatever they were in the state at the time, and you just kicked their tail. And he would always say, kick their tail. Well, in this one particular instance that I'm speaking of, and I wish I could play it for you right now, he was losing his voice the whole time. And he is just trying to get it out. And eventually, when he said, you just kicked their tail, and I want to tell you, I hate Thomas Worthington. Now, I don't think he meant about the governor. I think he was talking about the next opponent, which was going to be Thomas Worthington.
Gotcha.
And but he had the squeaky voice, and he was trying. And what was funny was, as he's trying to get it out, all the kids were just like, rah!
Oh, golly. I can't remember too many coaches that yelled like my old high school coach, Ron Hall, did. Now, I never covered Ron as a broadcaster, but I can remember listening to him in a lot of his radio interviews.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like that a lot because he was just screaming. He was also a prolific whistler. I mean, if he wanted to get your attention, I mean, it was just like a shrill. Everybody stopped. So
my dad was like that. The first time I ever had my ears ring that I could remember, Dad had whistled. I was trying to get, I think, Dan Jr.'s attention. We were in Lockbourne, and I think this was my 27th birthday because I turned 27 on the 27th. Dad was there to help celebrate my birthday, and I'm walking around the car after just getting home from work, and he's trying to get Danny's attention. And he did one of these deals, and I mean, my left ear just went whee! And I've had ringing in my ears ever since.
My Uncle Doc Carter can whistle. In fact, if we're at a family gathering where you need to get quiet, Uncle Doc's called on to whistle to get everybody quiet.
No little spoon with the glass of water there.
Yeah.
Not at all. All right. Coming your way tomorrow, we're back at it. Do we have a special edition or anything?
No, because tomorrow is the 5th Wednesday. Our specials for Fairfield and Pickaway are 1 through 4 Wednesdays of the month.
Well, we hope to have for you on the show tomorrow and also on our YouTube channel later today, talk about the upcoming Kenworth Truck Parade. I was out to Kenworth earlier today, and if you've never seen the 1923 Kenworth truck, first one, it's on display right now out front, so a lot of the employees from Kenworth, they'll have a chance to see it. We saw it inside last year.
That's correct.
But I think it went through the parade last year, too, if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't remember that.
Is that right?
But
maybe they're saving it for this year. Oh, you'd remember it once you saw it.
I don't think I remember seeing that.
But when the gentleman brought it up to set on display when I was there today, I asked him, I said, so did you have to turn the crank on there? Because it's got a crank on the front of it. And he says, no, just I have to. He raised up the hood and he had to shut off the gas line and everything so that it wouldn't, nobody could go hop in it and make it run.
Take a spin.
So, in fact, he had the keys with him. He says, I got the keys with me. So, but it's pretty cool. So if you've not seen that flatbed truck, you'll have an opportunity to see that in our interview that we did with Doug Van Zuden, the plant manager from Kenworth, celebrating 100 years. And no doubt you've seen the banners downtown about the truck parade and a lot of other people have been talking about it. So we'll visit with you about that tomorrow here on the program. So for Mike Smith, the icon, I'm Dan Ramey. We'll talk to you tomorrow with another edition of Litter Media Live.